All right, folks, and welcome to game 3 of the day here at field number 1. It's the noon game between Washington Emerald and at-large Granite Upper Class. Both of these teams dropped a game earlier on. Washington Emerald losing by a score of 7-2, and at-large Granite losing 14-1. Looking like Washington Emerald will be the visiting team. On the mound for at-large Granite is number 6, Tacey Watkins. Behind the plate, Jalen Lachaw. The Tumwater native, attending Tumwater High School, the class of 2022, so going into her senior year. I am Luke Kilgore. Thank you so much for joining us here. This is Eli Sports from YouTube live. So happy to bring you the FastPitch Northwest tournament. As leadoff getting ready to step up for Washington Emerald, it is Allison Heater, number 11. Calls Yakima, Washington home from East Valley High School as the first pitch is in there for a strike. Heater. Swing and a deep fly ball. It's going to drop in for a single there in left center. And Washington Emerald is off and running with the leadoff. That'll bring up number 12, Yuri Seiler. First pitch, just a bit high for ball 1. Seiler, the class of 2023, as that one rips foul to the right side. Class of 2023, Shorewood High School in Shoreline, Washington. She favors the infield. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Knocks a water bottle out, but it's foul. Umpire Will Gately gonna have to check on his hydration.
Nice job, Jalen.
Oh, he doesn't claim those water bottles. So, someone's littered. Seiler steps back up to the plate. That one sliced through the gap between short and third. And station to station we go to start things off. Allison Heater with a single. Now Yuri Seiler gets out on the action with the single. That'll bring up number 13, Dakota Smith, Eatonville High School, lives in Mineral, Washington. Smith, that one rattles off the pole here on the right side. Make sure that the crowd on the bleachers are awake. Smith rocking the Louisville Slugger. And that one's out of play, perhaps even going to field 4. Well, you got 4 fields going at one time here, so plenty of live balls have gone into opposite fields throughout this tournament already, as there's the strikeout as Smith is retired swinging for out number 1. And the ball enters field 1 here, which the crowd, to their credit, has been very aware and critical of. This is Jaylene Manriquez. First pitch taken for ball 1. Tacey Watkins in the circle for at large. Granite, as that one smoked in a hurry. You're going to try to score here, and it's over the outstretched glove of the catcher. Everyone's going to move. So call it an RBI single by Manriquez. And then everyone moves up a base on the error. So Allison Heater scores, puts the first run on the board for Washington Emerald. And Manriquez stands at second, Seiler's at third. And at the plate is Morgan Cervantes. Cervantes, Spokane is where she calls home, Gonzaga Prep High School. That's a nice school to go to. That one, routine ground ball that took a hop, and the first baseman was not able to corral it, so on an E3, the bases are cleared. So scoring 2 more there as Manriquez scores and Seiler scores, and Morgan Cervantes ends up on second base. So things kind of falling apart for at-large Granite to start things off. Watkins facing the lefty Embry. Way outside on the pitch from Tacey Watkins. Ball 1 to Embry. Second pitch, also outside. Such a different adjustment when you're facing the lefties. Watkins going for the bunt is Embry. It's a foul. So the count 2-1 on Molly Embry. Yelm High School class of 2022, so going to be a senior. Here's the pitch, 2-1. Embry swings through it, strike 2. So a 2-2 count. And strike 3 called on the outside pitch. Embry goes down swinging for out number 2. Now steps in Maya Michael. Class of 2023 at Kent Ridge High School. Michael swings at the first pitch she sees, and it flies harmlessly onto field 4. Really ripped that one foul to the right side. Counts 1-1 after Michael takes that ball. Tacey Watkins almost gets a piece of Michael with that pitch, way inside. Here's the pitch from Watkins. Swing, deep fly ball to center field. It drops at the fence. Beautiful triple. And getting in easily, she slides just for safe measure, is Maya Michael. A beauty of a triple to the center field fence. And give her an RBI as Morgan Cervantes crosses the plate. Now stepping up and taking the inside pitch for ball number 1 is Allison Marai. Marai, class of 2022, Skyline High School, Sammamish, Washington. Rips that one foul to the right side, takes one bounce on the concrete, and makes its way to field 4. And Marai wears that one as she's going to take her base. Looked like maybe on the shin kneecap area, as Allison Marai got her money's worth on that at bat. Just a slight hobble as she's going to try to work it out. Stretched at first base. Here is Madison Cloninger. Garfield Palouse High School in Garfield. As taking her base on the swinging strike is Marai. She makes it to second on the steal. Cloninger takes another healthy hack. And the count is 0-2. 2 outs after scoring 4 runs. And there's a foul ball knocked off the net. Cloninger staying alive.
Balls will find it.
By the way, Maya Michael, who's standing at third base, had the record in the evaluation camp scores for the 20-yard sprint. 2.69 seconds for Maya Michael to get 20 yards. So the hot pink socks aren't just for show. She's fast. Cloninger trying to stay alive, still an 0-2 count. Knocks one high to the right field. And she's on it for out number 3. So F9 for the third out to finally put the top of the first to rest after Washington Emerald comes away with 4 runs, leaving a pair on base. Well, at large, Granite's going to have a chance to strike back here in the bottom of the first, and we'll have that for you right after a brief silence here at Eli Sports from YouTube. And we're back here, the bottom of the first. After at-large Granite gave up 4 runs, they're back here to try to answer for their first batting opportunity of this game here in the bottom of the first. This is Elise Cottrell as she watches a pitch with a lot of movement come in for strike 1. Cottrell from Skyline High School, class of 2023, Idaho Falls, Idaho. As she's now down 0-2 quick. This is Allison Heater on the mound as Cottrell tries to turn on it, but knocks it foul down the third base line. As I mentioned, Allison Heater, the East Valley High School student athlete, class of 2022, in the circle. I mean, you can't ask for a better name than that for a pitcher, by the way. Stating the obvious, of course, but Allison Heater doesn't get much cooler than that. As Cottrell launches the first ball across the plate. Heater's ready with another. The 1-2 pitch, and it's fouled. As another water bottle hits the deck. Was that yours this time, Will? Yeah. Putting some dents in the old hydro flask. Here's Heater. As that one's low. Count is 2-2 for Cottrell. Heater looking to send her packing. Comes right back at her. It's tipped by Heater and gloved by the second baseman for the 4-3 putout. I don't know if you technically want to say 1-4-3 putout. As at second base, that was Yuri Seiler making the play. You know what? Why not? We'll say 1-4-3. As here's Jalen LaChaw on a rise ball that's just out of the zone too high. Ball 1. LaChaw, Tumwater High School, class of 2022, as she sends one off the roof of the first base dugout. Hope everyone's awake over there. As LaChaw now, the count of 1-1. One away. LaChaw knocks it straight into the glove of the third baseman, and there's the 5-3 putout. For out number 2, as at-large Granite not getting quite the start that they would have hoped after Washington Emerald tacked on 4 runs in the top of the first. This is Tacey Watkins, number 6, also the starting pitcher for AL Granite today. Or I guess I should say in this ball game. All of these teams playing plenty. Watkins stands in. Here's the pitch from Heater. It's low, but gets the swing anyway. Count is 1-2, says the home plate umpire. There's the pitch and a swinging strike. 3 up, 3 down for at-large Granite, as Tacey Watkins represents Allison Heater's first punch out of the game. And your score, Washington Emerald 4, at-large Granite nothing. At the end of 1, we'll be right back with the top of the second here on Eli Sports from YouTube. Back here for the top of the second inning, Eli Sports from YouTube. I am Luke Kilgore. Thank you so much for joining us here, I suppose, this afternoon now. It's 12:22. The third game featured on field number 1 here. As Washington Emerald looking to build upon a great first inning. 4 runs for them. As now stepping in is Berkeley Porter. Fastball right down the middle, and Porter couldn't get to it in time. Porter, the class of 2022, Eatonville High School. Here's the pitch from Tacey Watkins, swinging strike for strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Porter. Watkins ready with another. Ooh, Porter really thought about it, but a good eye ends up making it a 2-2 count. We're even. Here's the pitch from Watkins, low. It's going to make it full. Here's the pitch, and she walks her. Tacey Watkins, after starting things off with an 0-2 count, ends up walking Berkeley Porter. And with Porter on base, in steps Lauren Thomas from Sela High School. And that one way high and outside as it slips from Watkins. And that one a swinging strike for Thomas. 1-1 is the count. And a foul off the backstop. As now Lauren faces a 1-2 count. Comes Watkins. That one smacked once again into field number 4, near home plate. All these foul balls, really. Interfering. And there's the throw to second, but not able to get the tag down as Berkeley Porter arrives safe. Thomas staying alive up there at the plate. Here's the pitch from Watkins. Off the backstop once more on the foul tip. No outs here, just the second batter that Tacey Watkins has faced here in the top of 2. As there's a ball thrown the way of Thomas. Watkins trying to get her to chase for that third strike. Lauren having none of it. Here's the pitch. Swung on and belted to the left fielder, and it's scooped up. Should say snatched out of the air by Kayla Richmond, the left fielder for at large for out number 1. Berkeley Porter still standing at second base. And here comes Bryn Pendleton. Pendleton watches the first pitch go by. It's outside for ball one. Pendleton, class of 2023, Sela High School. Has a healthy hack for strike one. Another swing through for strike two for Pendleton. Facing a 1-2 count. Pendleton representing the bottom of the order. Here's the pitch. And held that bunt in, so. It's going to technically be a strikeout. However, Pendleton made it to first base. So a dropped strike three results in Pendleton making it to first. And then she steals second on the very next pitch as Allison Heater, representing the top of the order, is up. As there's strike one. Count is 1-1 on Heater.
No, I wish I tried to get
That one knocked up in the air and foul. Hits the ceiling netting. I suppose. Don't know what else you'd call that. Here's the pitch from Watkins, and it's low. And to the backstop it goes as scoring is Berkeley Porter. She was originally walked, but made her way all around the diamond. As now Bryn Pendleton, who reached on a drop strike three, is at third. And man, that shows you how those mistakes can add up. It's a full count for Heater, with a runner in scoring position. Heater knocks that one to field four once more on the rip foul ball. It's a wonder that we have any softballs left here. Heater continues to stay alive. Don't have the official pitch count on this at-bat. My apologies, but it's been numerous. Tacey Watkins has thrown a lot of pitches. Oh, excuse me, it's a 2-2 count. It is not full for Heater. Is that one a swinging strike? For strike three, it was caught. So there's out number two. As here comes Yuri Seiler. Seiler, the second baseman, takes the first pitch for a strike. Watkins, pitch, and another nice pitch, hitting that lower corner for strike two. Watkins, let's see if she can place another. It is knocked foul again to field 4. And field 4 has probably had just about enough of field 1 over here. Who knows if they'll even get a full 7 innings in at this rate. As that one goes 5-3 for out number 3. Yuri Seilers sat down, and Washington Emerald still able to muster one more run there in the top of the second. They lead 5-0 going into the bottom of 2. We'll be right back here on Eli Sports from YouTube as AL Granite looking to get on the board. All right, I apologize for the delay. AL Granite up to bat now. Strike going to be called as Samantha Staley. It does say Sammy Stanley over here, so I just want to make sure. Try to get pronunciations right. Sammy, the left-hander, looking for that swing and strike, that slap hit. As that pitch is low. At large, Granite trails 5-0 here, bottom of the second.
A lot too little. That's what I just got told.
As there is strike 3. Staley goes down. So Staley is the first out. As Hadley Benjamin is at the plate, takes a strike. There's the pitch, bunts laid down. It's a nice dribbler, but it does get there in time. Beautiful throw from the catcher. 2-3 goes the putout. So again, at large, Granite not starting things off too well. 2 batters, 2 outs. And here is Reagan Rose, number 9. Allison Heater looking for 6 straight batters sat down in order. Rose slaps that one foul, first base line. Reagan Rose from American Falls High School, going to be a senior in American Falls, Idaho. And a swing. It's gonna be strike 3. So again, 3 up and 3 down. 3 strikeouts now for Allison Heater, as at large Granite has yet to muster anything at the plate. Still a 5-0 score favoring Washington Emerald going into the top of the 3rd. We'll see if they can tack on more after this brief intermission. And we're back here for the top of the 3rd. I am Luke Kilgore. Thank you so much for joining us here on Eli Sports from YouTube. As Washington Emerald gonna have another look at the plate as they lead 5-0. First pitch, call for a strike on Dakota Smith. Last time up, she struck out swinging. As she launches one up right field out of play. As it might just have went to field 4 again. Smith again facing the possibility of perhaps another strikeout, but not this time. Rips it to the left, just past the glove of the 3rd baseman. And a stand-up single for Dakota Smith. Now 1 for 2 after reaching first. And here comes Jaylene Manriquez. Manriquez takes a cut and tips it into the catcher's glove for strike 1. Fouls the second one. Quickly down 0-2. Maya Michael doing a great job at catcher. Keep everything in front of her. As that one slapped straight into the glove of the center fielder. Nice fly ball, good rip there from Manriquez, but it represents out number 1. F8. Now stepping in, Morgan Cervantes. Cervantes reached on a first base error in the first inning before making her way across home plate. Knocks it right back to the pitcher. They're looking for the double play, and nobody could corral it. The ball ricocheted off both the shortstop and the second baseman, and nobody could record the out. Bizarre. I'm going to say E6. Hard to attribute that to one or the other, but unfortunately it's going to have to go on the shortstop that time. And there's one sliced through the infield. And staying put at third is Dakota Smith. But a nice single from Molly Embry. First pitch she sees. Hacking. And now the bases are juiced, locked and loaded for Washington Emerald with only one out. Here's Maya Michael as the ball enters into play. Thank you. Pitch. That ends up hitting Maya Michael. And that brings in a run in the form of Dakota Smith. So I suppose give her the RBI there for Michael. She got tagged. And the base is still loaded. Cervantes at third, Embry at second, and Michael at first. Oh no, what's the call here? Okay, so apparently they decided that Michael was not hit by the pitch. The run still did score, for what it's worth, on a drop ball. But Michael doesn't get that RBI anymore. What's up? Should be one.
1-0, right?
Yeah.
1-0, yep.
So Michael won't reach that easily. She's still got to earn her way. Pop fly, way out of bounds. Stacey Watkins with a high pitch count as that one's knocked back into the backstop foul. Michael trying to stay alive. Takes low for the ball. Count is 2-2. Michael smokes one. In between first and second. Makes its way into right center shallow. And she scores two. So heck, that was better than the possible hit by a pitch. She gets 2 RBIs on the single. Both Cervantes and Embry score as Michael's on first. And here is Allison Marai. Skyline High School, class of 2022. She takes that first pitch high for ball one. As that's strike one, and the throw from the catcher did not find its spot. Trying to get Michael out at 2. Unsuccessful on that venture. Marai, 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. knocks it high into the air. And under it's the center fielder. She makes the catch. And tagging and making it to third with ease. Now coming home. No, she's going to opt not to. That is Maya Michael. And if there's anyone that has free reign to test these fielders, it's Michael with a 2.69 second 20-yard sprint. She was at the top of the class in that evaluation score. But 2 outs as Mariah goes down. This is Madison Cluninger. Second one way low. And there's the strikeout. For strike number 3 and out number 3 as Cloninger goes down looking. But not before Washington Emerald puts on 3 more runs. They lead 8-0 over at-large Granite, who has yet to find their way on the scoreboard. So Washington Emerald 8-0 lead. We'll go to the bottom of the third. AL Granite set to hit around next here on Eli Sports from YouTube. And we're back here in the bottom of the third now. Berkeley Porter in the pitcher's circle after Allison Heater went 2 innings, 6 up and 6 down, had 3 strikeouts in what was a perfect 2 innings. This is Reagan Graham at the plate for at-large Granite. And that one low and outside, but golfing it to the second baseman for the 4-3 putout is Graham. Definitely reached on that swing and paid the price. And steps in number 14, Kayla Richmond. Knocks that one, popped up to the first baseman. F3 and still at large continues to struggle. Now stepping up is Seneca Titan. Seneca, the class of 2023, Highland High School in Pocatello, Idaho. Excuse me, Pocatello. Make that. Teton trying not to make it 3 straight innings of 3 up, 3 down. Here comes Porter. The pitch swung through for strike 2. Teton. Now it's up to her to stay alive. Here comes Porter. Low. Nice stop by the catcher, Allison Marai. Here's the pitch. Another low one. Marai, another great stop.
Doesn't make it better.
Porter lets it fly. Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for the 3rd consecutive inning. As this pitching staff between Allison Heater and Berkeley Porter has been downright dominant against at-large Granite. Well, the next time AL steps up, it'll be Elise Cottrell representing the top of the order, but for now, they're going to have to get through another set of at-bats from Washington Emerald. As we go to the top of the 4th, it is Washington Emerald 8, at-large Granite nothing. We'll be right back. And we're back here. It's Eli Sports from YouTube. The FastPitch Northwest Showcase here at the Chehalis Recreational Park. And stepping up for Washington Emerald, they have an 8-0 lead, is the current pitcher, Berkeley Porter, who takes the first pitch for ball 1. Porter sat down the side in order in the last inning, bottom of the 3rd.
go, Berkeley.
This is the 12th annual College Exposure Tournament for FastPitch Northwest. The first time here in Chehalis, as this is a brand new complex. 4 fields, gorgeous as can be, along with the newly renovated Penny Playground, which you can hardly see in this camera angle. Field 4 has a much better view of it, but it's all state-of-the-art, and it's perfect for a tournament and a setting like this. That pitch way off. Porter still stands in, as that's going to be a walk. Excuse me. Berkeley Porter takes her base on balls, and here's Lauren Thomas. Thomas calls Sela, Washington home, so traveled from the east side to get here. Here's the pitch. By the way, that's Sammy Staley in the circle. She took over this inning after Tacey Watkins. A hard-fought and tough 3 innings of work for her. As that fly ball, basket catch in right field, and safe at first, almost able to get the double play. So F9 goes the first out. Lauren Thomas takes a seat, and in steps Bryn Pendleton. Pendleton, another Sela native. First pitch inside, ball 1. As that one tipped and harmlessly knocks the backstop. Counts 1-1. Here's the pitch from Staley, low. Ball 2. One out, runner on first in the form of Berkeley Porter. Here's the pitch, Staley. Rise ball high. Ball 3. Staley now trying not to walk 2 in a row. Pendleton. Here's the pitch, and she does. As Porter tried to steal second, but wouldn't have mattered anyway, as Pendleton is walked. So now runners on first and second, Pendleton and Porter respectively, as they both got there by way of a walk. Here's Allison Heater, starting pitcher, knocks one immediately to the third baseman, steps on third, goes for the double play, and gets it. Beautiful play from third. As there's out number 2. And 5 unassisted, 2-3 double play for out number 3. So the first inning for Washington Emerald, where they can't come up with any runs, they still hold on to an 8-0 lead, as at-large Granite looks to get on the board still. Going into the bottom of the 4th. I'm Luke Kilgore. Thank you so much for joining us here on Eli Sports from YouTube. All right, and we're back here in the bottom of the fourth. As your score, Washington Emerald 8, at-large Granite 0. Give credit to Kayla Richmond at third base, making a spectacular double play. Got the unassisted put out at third base and then quickly rushed it to first to end the top of the fourth. This is Elise Cottrell, representing the top of the order, so to speak. Here's the pitch from Berkeley Porter. There it goes, sets and fires right down the middle. And it is golfed out of bounds. And up into the netting. And out. So Cottrell still at the plate, battling. Here's the pitch, low, almost nails her. But Cottrell just narrowly avoids it. Here's the pitch, knocked high into the air. The Bermuda Triangle coming up with it is the center fielder for out number 1. So credit that catch to Madison Cloninger at center field. Some F8s. And in comes Jalen Latchaw. Latchaw, just her second at-bat. Here in the bottom of the fourth. As at-large Granite has yet to see an inning where they haven't gone 3 up, 3 down. That pitch way low and outside. Nice stop by Allison Marai. Really doing well to keep the ball in front of her. Not that there have been any base runners to speak of or worry about. But that might change here soon with this at-bat from Latchaw. There's the pitch inside. 8-0 right now.
So do you have with any hits with
No.
that team? Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss one, but yeah.
And is that ball 3 or ball 4? Well, now we know for sure. Here's the pitch, and it's knocked past third. And the collective perfect game has been spoiled as Latchaw gets the double. That's the first hit for at-large Granite as they finally have a runner, not just on base, but in scoring position in the form of Latchaw. Here's Tacey Watkins. She was the starting pitcher for Granite. Here's the pitch, low, inside. And she was hit. So Latshaw gets the third, and Watkins is plunked. Or no. Okay, I guess not. That's the second time we've seen that. Very strange. And gonna have a meeting of the minds between the two umpires. Make it 3 now. I suppose it was to figure out if Latshaw could have made it to third there. They sent her back to second. So hit freeze frame and rewind this one, folks. As Tacey Watkins back at the plate, Latshaw back at second. Swing to the shortstop. And just getting it there in time for out number 2 on the 6-3 putout. So after what we thought was the first outcome with Tacey Watkins on first and Latshaw on third, now there's 2 outs. Latshaw is stuck at second. And here's Sammy Staley trying not to leave her stranded. Looking for that slap hit is the lefty. Strike 1. Here comes Porter. Lost it, slipped out of her hands, and rose way out of the strike zone for ball 1. Porter. Outside, ball 2. In this inning, AL Granite got the elusive first hit. Now they're looking for that elusive first run. Slap hit from Staley, and it's caught. They're not going to find that run here as it floats into the hands of the first baseman.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
I know, I got lost.
What I was going to say.
I asked her, I said, I didn't even recognize her at first.
Did you?
And I was like, hey, that
So
guy
Yuri
out
Seiler
there in
does
right center looks awful.
Make it good for out number 3, and we'll be right back with the top of the 5th. And welcome back, folks. We're here in the top of the 5th inning. Washington Emerald leads this one 8-0. Yuri Seiler steps up to the plate after just making the ending inning final out on the pop fly. She had to dive for it, but snagged it at the third base position. Halfway down the third base line, actually. And Emerald has been in complete control in this ball game. In fact, at large, just getting their first hit in the bottom of the 4th, as one good F5 deserves another, I suppose. As Seiler is retired on the pop-up. And here's Dakota Smith. Slaps it over to field 4 once more on the foul ball.
Hey, you gotta cut it right here then.
Everything toward the ball. Let's go, kid.
Smith, the class of 2022 at Eatonville High School. Here's the pitch. Low.
Hey, good eye.
So Sammy Staley's still on the mound, or rather in the pitching circle. As that one trickles between the legs of the catcher. It's Elise Cottrell. The pitch to Smith.
There it is.
Knocks it right back up the middle. And she'll reach first base on the single. At large, not even going to try to field that. She flexes over there at first. Does Dakota Smith. And she earned it, man. Now Jaylene Manriquez is up to the mound. Excuse me, up to the plate, should say. One away. Runner at first for Manriquez. The pump fake from Cottrell. Not fooling anybody on that occasion. The pitch. Slapped foul, perhaps off the foot. Staley's ready with another. Here she comes. High for a ball. And it's low. Trying to get to second. Oh, and it's overthrown. And Smith is going to stay put. So Dakota Smith now stands at second. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Manriquez goes down for the second out. And here comes Morgan Cervantes.
Let's go, Sam.
2 outs. Dakota Smith on second. Cervantes with a chance to score here as she looks to lay down the bunt, but it's foul. Bounces into the opposite batter box. Cervantes smacks it too short. She knocks it down, but she's going to have to eat it. So Dakota Smith gets the third, and Cervantes, presumably on the E6, gets the first. And first pitch she sees, Molly Embry smacks that one clean into shallow right field, and she scores one. So Dakota Smith scores. And standing at second is Cervantes with Embry at first. There's another smack as it goes past the left fielder, burns her. And going for home, the inside the Parker, she gets it. None better than Maya Michael, the fastest 20-yard sprint of the whole group here today. And she proves it, going from home all the way back. Wow, beautiful work from Maya Michael. So we'll give her 3 RBIs on that. Then after that dramatic play, here's Allison Marai. Pitch high and outside.
Go, Sam.
Marai takes. Very tight and precise as that stance for Marai. She takes another one, ball 3.
Get me ready, kid. I see you working back there, kid. Keep working, kid.
Again, a 2-out rally for Washington Emerald, putting up 4 runs. And there's a walk. Marai reaches on the walk, and Sammy Staley just having a battle through it. Madison Cloninger steps up to the plate. Cloninger slaps it straight to third. In time, there's finally the out. Put the tourniquet on for at-large Granite. As Washington Emerald scores 4 more runs, makes it a 12-0 ball game. So going into the bottom of the 5th, Granite still looking for that ever-elusive first run. We'll see if they can get it. Coming up next on the Eli Sports Network from YouTube. A new pitcher in trying to shut this one down in Lauren Thomas. Class of 2023, Sela High School. And was just told by the home plate umpire that this will be the last chance for at-large Granite. They trail 12-0. Right now, this is Hadley Benjamin at the plate. Cracks one to the backstop. Should say tips one to the backstop. Wasn't exactly a crack of the bat. Berkeley Porter in her 2 innings of pitching had a great outing herself. Of course, she lost the perfect game for the Emerald team. That's going to be a strikeout. Looking for Hadley Benjamin. There's out number 1. But the first 3 innings, 9 batters faced, 9 batters put down. And the 4th wasn't much different except for a little outburst from Jalen Latchaw on the double. As there's going to be a 4-3 put out, 2 quick outs. As Washington Emerald just looking like a well-oiled machine out there on defense. And this could represent the last chance for at-large Granite and Reagan Graham. Here's the pitch. High, but had some drop to it. Just barely missed the strike zone. Lauren Thomas looking to shut the door. There's a strike from Thomas. Dead on. Next game, which will follow this one, it's 2 p.m. start. Actually, we might have a little bit of a break, it appears, but it's at-large Steel, the upperclassmen, against Washington Forest. And that one, high. And that one clanked to second base. And there goes the ball game. 4-3 put out. At-large Granite musters up just 1 hit in this gem from 3 different pitchers on behalf of Washington Emerald. The final score here, Washington Emerald 12, at-large Granite 0. As we said, a combined 1 hitter from the Emerald pitchers, and we will see who gets named the players of the game by the opposing coaches. But just sheer dominance by Emerald in this one. So Maya Michael is named the player of the game for the Washington Emerald team. I mean, I don't know how you don't pick her. She went 3 for 3. She had a triple. She had a single and an inside the park home run, 6 RBIs on the game. Not to mention she's the fastest player in this whole tourney.
It was good hearing what they were saying. I was trying to listen.
Appreciate it. And it looks like for the at-large Granite team, Kayla Richmond who made a dynamic play at third. And
Good job, Jay. Good job, Jay.
And Kayla Richmond is picked for player of the game for at-large Granite. As we mentioned, Maya Michael named the player of the game for Washington Emerald. So that's the final score here. Washington Emerald 12, at-large Granite 0. Looks like we got a little bit of time here, about a half hour before the next ball game. It'll be the upperclassmen, at-large Steel, taking on Washington Forest. I'm Luke Kilgore. Thank you so much for joining us for this ball game. Plenty more on tap, including three more here on Field 1. It is a full day of softball here at the FastPitch Northwest Player Showcase.